are back. So last time we had just finished adding some more of these coal generators, and like we were talking about, it looks like our coal is keeping up pretty good. We got some extra power, so first thing we are gonna do is go back and finish setting up the plate factory. So let's go do that. Unfortunately, the elephant beetle guy is still up here. And I am sorry, dude, but you gotta get out of here. Go on. Let's go. It's really annoying that he's up here. And I don't want to hurt him because he doesn't hurt me, but how do I get him out of here? He's like stuck, I guess, because he can't leave. Now I can't even build anything. At least right here. Alright, we got these plates working now. Let's attach it to the main conveyor belt going back. I'm sorry, but you gotta go. I assure you that this hurts me more than it hurts you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, come on, get out of here. Dang, he can take a hit. He's still in the way? Oh gosh. I have to wait for him to despawn. Oh, that's kind of messed up. That feels disrespectful to bounce on him after he's gone. Alright, we'll just wait a second. I'm sure he'll be gone in a second. Alright, good. Finally. Let's get on with this. Everything looks like it's running pretty smooth. Next, we are gonna go build a blueprint for assemblers. So far, we only have the two in the back over there, making the frames and the reinforced plate and the rotors. So now I want to make a blueprint out of these guys so that I can start producing more of each of those items. Let's get to work. didn't really like that song right when I, you know, made it. Didn't actually make it. It was AI. Um, but I don't know. It grew on me once I started like listening to it, and I played the video with it. It grew on me. You know. This looks really cluttered, so I don't think we're gonna build this here. But yeah, back to the song thing. Uh, Last time I guess I got kind of lucky. I really liked the first song that I made and or AI made or whatever. But this time I had to go through like 20 songs before I found one that I liked. And the AI generator definitely showed its where it's kind of lacking, I guess you could say. A lot of it did become really repetitive really quickly. And it makes sense, right? Like that's kind of the point, or kind of the downfalls with the current way that AI generates things. Like sometimes it can be the same thing, the same beat over and over again. So, we still have a ways to go in terms of AI development. Not that I know anything about that stuff, right? What it actually takes to develop that stuff, but yeah, it showed its limitations, and the reason why I'm talking about that is because people, in my opinion, are still more creative by a long shot than AI in terms of problem solving and developing like new technologies and so on and so forth. Like I still think we're way far ahead. People are still way far ahead of the AI stuff. So for what it's worth, and that makes me happy, honestly. Like I think it would suck if we were that quickly able to make a computer be more creative than us in such a short time span. Like, people have made such incredible things in the past and in our current time. And for a computer to be able to so quickly, so efficiently mimic that or surpass it, that would have been pretty crazy. So I'm glad, honestly. I wouldn't have liked that. It would have felt wrong somehow. But it sure does make it easy to add some music to a video. Alright, we got the assemblers down. We need to get the screws and plates over here. Let's get that going. I'm gonna get rid of this pole. Make sure, yep, we got our power back. Alright, now let's get the screws out over here. So this portion of the factory is going to be for the reinforced plates. Depending on how much in the future, how much we dive into oil, we're gonna have to. So we're just gonna have to, right? There's no way to not use oil and still keep growing faster and faster. So, but I know there's a alternate recipe for these reinforced plates where you use rubber, because screws seem to be like the biggest issue, like the biggest, most used item. So because of that, I think I would eventually want to switch reinforced plates to being rubber based instead of screw based. We'll probably switch to that in the future. It's just getting all that rubber and oil organized properly We're gonna be thinking about that for a while and really planning a lot. So, but that's for a future problem. Right now, I gotta get a place to store all of these reinforced plates. And it looks like we are online. One of the biggest issues currently is actually more the logistics side. We need to get the next level of conveyor belts, the next level of everything, so we can get faster. Right now, I think we are ready to get rid of this right here. We're gonna have to build another factory or mini factory for these frames. For the frames, for the rotors, and we definitely don't need this anymore because we got that little factory going over there by the copper. All this can go away. Don't need pipes going this way anymore. Speaking of logistics, we should have enough materials now to unlock Mark III. So let's do that real quick.
Milestone reached. Improved storage containers and the conveyor belt Mark III provide the obviously necessary tools for improving your current setup. Production speed is of the essence after all. So work hard. Work as if every person you have ever or will ever love is depending solely on the choices that you make. Because they are. Warning. Fix-it psychologists recommend not dwelling on the crushing mental and physical strain of your responsibilities and simply continuing to be productive. Hard work has repeatedly proven to be the best cure for any kind of stress. Now back to work.
Well, it would be easier to get back to work if you would quit reminding me that the whole world rests on my shoulders, you jerk. Alright. I like doing this because otherwise I'll forget what stuff I need. Might as well lock it in now. So we got all the Mark III stuff unlocked. That's good. I think we're gonna go and upgrade a bunch of stuff right now. Pretty satisfying being able to just upgrade everything. It looks like we got a small problem here, so see if I can do a little quick fix for it. Add a splitter and a merger together. Can share the materials right there. This doesn't really need it, but I want it all to match, so might as well change them. I never made anything official right here, so let's just stick a ladder on the ground and call it a day for now. Alright, looking pretty good. Let's go check back and see if we are still, if the iron is still going okay. Okay, well, It's flowing. It's just getting, used up really quick. I think it's because, yeah, now we got a lot more coal coming in, so everything is getting used up faster. Next step is going to have to be to upgrade the miners so that they can keep up with the machines, what the materials that they want to keep producing. Throw some of my useless stuff away. Gotta always keep one of these on hand. We're still at 200, so that means we're good. We haven't gone past our power limit. See how these guys are doing. Our screw factory was really being held back by the conveyor belts, so we're definitely gonna have to upgrade all of that. Let's go ahead and do that now. It's pretty satisfying, honestly, being able to just run through and upgrade all of these. I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy to do it. It's not annoying or anything like that, at least not right now. Maybe in the future it will be. We should be able to get all these screws out a lot faster now. And the plates. I think that's all of them here, so after we get these done, we'll go do the main line flowing back to the factories. To the mini factories, other mini factories. This reminds me, I'm going to have to change all of my blueprints. So, otherwise, every time I put it down, I'm gonna have to upgrade them. That could be kind of a time waster, you know? I guess I could make it so that my baseline is Mark III, and if I need to upgrade it even more, then I can increase my baseline, or I can upgrade it. But Mark III should be pretty good, because it looks like right now, at least for these 3 assemblers, it is keeping up for the most part. And it looks like we are about ready to get rid of all of this stuff. Our little beginner factory. And it's kind of, like I was talking about in the beginning, I wasn't sure how long this factory would end up staying here, but yeah, I don't really need it. In fact, I need space for more assemblers, and I need to create a new mini pipe or tube. I think it's pipe, right? Pipe factory. So I'll put that in the back, and we are ready to get rid of this stuff. I'm gonna have to add some more storage though, because there's nowhere for me to hold all of this stuff. Let's just put a bunch of them right here. Looking back, I probably should have been storing it in the top one and bringing it down, like making it flow downwards. But, you know, again, it was just temporary, so it's not that big of a deal. I just end up climbing back up like 20 times trying to make sure that they're empty once I'm done with them. I'm gonna delete these two because I want to reposition them, and I want to get rid of that. As you can see, I did get rid of that little ore that was sitting on top of the mining location. It respawned after I built the miner, so that's why that was there. Next episode might be kind of a just doing math and checking all of my resources and smelters, making sure that, you know, I've made the right quantity, because I'm kind of worried that, you know, putting one smelter in front of each of these might have actually been a big waste. So I'm pretty sure it was, but I need to double check it. So right now we're just kind of setting up the foundation for the next factories that we're going to build. Just getting our miners down, getting the smelters down, and then next we're gonna work on a new blueprint, because I don't feel like the first one I made for the constructors was the most efficient. So we're just gonna go with kind of a basic style. I think it's gonna be more efficient, and we'll go with that, and then we'll probably change it again later in the future, because I'm working on more ideas for something that'll be like really easy to grow, to increase. That's the plan. So we got our baseline going now. Gonna go check on some stuff and gather some supplies to work on a blueprint. Also get rid of some stuff, obviously. I had too much of this after I erased all that, all the beginner machinery. Alright, let's work on our next blueprint. Looks like everything is running pretty smooth. Let's go check out the assemblers making the reinforced plates. I really love just watching my machines work. Don't you? Going around and just checking on them, making sure that they're full of supplies and making parts. They're just so wonderful. You go over to them and see them diligently working. They don't care about anything except for work. They don't need lunch breaks. You don't have to pay them. They don't need to use the restroom for 15 minutes 8 times a day. They don't complain about anything. They don't have family. I am their family. And all they care about is me. And I care about them. It's a mutual love. They love to work, and I love to give them work. They love work so much that if they're not working, they let me know with the efficiency percentage in their interfaces. And if the efficiency is low, it's only because I didn't plan properly, or I don't have enough power or supplies for them. If they're not working, it is my fault. It's a good problem to have. And a problem that many people will not understand, because it is a problem that is not actually a problem. It's more like a potential solution, because if you have more work to do, your machine is capable of doing it. The issue is you need to organize yourself better so that your machine can do more of what it loves to do. And this organizing is exactly what you like to do. Because what did we say earlier? We said, I love to give them work. And thus, we have the perfect harmony. The machines keep on working, and I keep on looking for more work to give them. Works out pretty well if you ask me. Okay, so next we are going to build our next set of assemblers. And we're just going to keep going. We're going to be doing a lot of building, a lot of organizing and clearing things out. We're going to be using up all of our stored supplies and try and get rid of all of these storage containers here. So, yeah, let's get to work. Okay, now that we got that done, we're going to build the rotor factory next. And we're going to be doing a lot of, like I said earlier, organizing and getting rid of these big storage containers that I set up for all the excess supplies that I had from taking apart all the buildings. Alright, let's take a little breather. whenever you have to take your initial build apart and, add the new stuff, it takes a lot of time. Having to store all of your supplies somewhere else and then use it all up again, to save up that space. I think that when you create something, you have to take at least a little bit of time to appreciate it. You need to bask in the glory of your creation. Appreciate yourself for what you've made. Now, is it the most amazing thing you have ever made or will ever make? Right now it is. But on a serious note, you know yourself more than anyone else knows you. So you decide how much time you will take to relish in your work. If it's a little cool, then take a little bit of time. If it's the most amazing thing you've ever made so far, then have your favorite drink and sit and stare at it for an hour. The reason why I think that you have to be the one to appreciate it is because a lot of times no one else will. You can't blame them though. Everyone is busy and doing things all the time. Sometimes the thing that someone could be doing is just worrying about bills and work and life in general, but everyone is busy. Now, I'm not saying don't show someone else the thing that you've made, but don't be disappointed if they aren't as excited about it as you are. I would say be grateful that they are taking any time at all to look at the thing that you made. Go ahead and show the people who are important to you. But the real appreciation and the proudness should come from yourself. Bask in the greatness that you created. Immerse yourself deep in thought of what you were capable of doing a few days, weeks, months, or years ago, and what you're capable of now. Be proud of yourself, because you've come a long way. And if someone does take the time to bask with you, thank them, and be happy that you're in very good company. After that little talk, it felt appropriate to have a bit of a moment of silence, so to speak. But we still have a decent amount of work to do. So right now, we're going to gather up some stuff, and we should be able to unlock the the next level that we got up there. So let's do that real quick. I'm probably gonna ramp up the concrete. I probably said that before, I just haven't done it.
Milestone reached. The Miner Mark II allows extraction of resources from nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model. Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure. Unfortunately, setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
I always get a kick out of how the fix-it lady talks to us. It's like she's being nice, but being ridiculously rude at the same time. It's pretty funny. Well, now that we got that next upgrade, we can start building for this, the encased industrial beam. So because of the availability of, you know, the beam that we need and concrete, we're probably going to build that over there where all the steel stuff is. It'll just be more convenient. So let's head back over there. Yeah, there's a node right here, so we can build our assembler blueprint down here. Just have it all flow from the steel side. I am gonna have to think about the organization in this area though, because there is a copper node not too far, like straight ahead of these. It's right over there, you can almost see it. So because of that, I don't know which direction I'm gonna point the copper stuff when we get to that point. I need to look up how to delete a whole blueprint because I don't know how. So unfortunately I had to delete this whole thing, you know, just by control and trying to delete all the stuff, so I skipped over that. Sorry, that was my dog. Got power flowing. Now we just need to get the beams over here. Thinking back, I'm not sure why I didn't set this up a little more properly. Like I didn't put any of these down on on the I didn't put it down on flooring. I just put it down on the ground. I'm gonna have to fix that for all the steel stuff. And I'm gonna have to go in and replace all of it on the blueprint, because it's getting old having to upgrade everything every time. I'd rather go for the big stack instead of the little one. Just gives me more. It'll take a lot longer for it to fill up, and that way production can just continue. There we go, encased beam. So the reason why I wanted to start making these is because I need them for the level 2 miners. And I really want to amp up the miners so that we can start picking up production on the steel. It looks like the iron is flowing pretty good. There's no issues there. The issue is the coal. So I don't have enough coal to supply the constructors enough to consistently be making steel. Everything looks good. Looks like it's flowing pretty fast, which is important because if it's not going fast, then I probably missed an upgrade. Okay. So I'm gonna wait a second. Yeah. Get all that we need and gather up some more supplies so we can go do some upgrading. You always need screws. Use our magical ladder that stays standing. I like seeing these stacks right here. It looks like it's only clipping a little bit, so I ain't mad about it. Right, miner level 2. It's really fun for me seeing the build up on this, how it was slow at first and now it just like it's flowing out like water almost. It's crazy how much it makes, especially because these coal nodes are pure, so it's a really high quantity. It's looking better. The right side is filling up, so that should get more coal flowing over to these other machines. And if we look at the coal numbers, it's definitely filling up, so that's a good thing. Pretty soon we should be at 100% efficiency on these machines. Right now, it looks like we're not making enough concrete, unfortunately. Probably gonna have to adjust this so we can make more concrete, and this isn't waiting for concrete for forever. So to speed it up, let's use some of these power shards. Just seeing how much of a difference it makes using up all of this. I did get a good tip from, I think it's called Doc Gaming, something like that. He said that because of the power that it takes, the exponential rise and drop of power usage for the machines when you're changing the amount, because of that, sometimes it can be more helpful and beneficial to you if you reduce how much you're making rather than just trying to increase it all the time, because you get more, I guess you could call it, you get more bang for your buck for when you're looking at power specifically. Now at this point it looks like because we have more coal, the other machines were kind of leeching off of that miner. We're going to get rid of this junction that I made originally, and I think that one miner should be able to handle 2 machines. We'll leave it like that. But I have to upgrade the miner. Okay, let's get to work on the concrete adjustment. I'm gonna point it this way to make room and have some more constructors making concrete, and then we'll direct it all over to the assemblers. So I did make a decent amount of mistakes with this because I guess I was just confused, or I was looking at the wrong numbers. But I thought that we were good. Like, that I had enough lime and that it could keep up. But then I realized that my math was like way off. I think I was just looking at the wrong numbers, but I ended up shutting them down for a while, letting them fill up completely, and then switching the miner to the level 2 so that it could you know, just produce a lot more. But yeah, this was I felt a little bit embarrassed because it took me a really long time to figure out, oh, like my math is wrong. You know, it happens. It can be confusing, just you're just constantly trying to build more and more. Yeah, once I realized that I had to take out the power shards and switch this to level 2 miner. Well, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. We got a lot of stuff done, a lot of work, a lot of machines built, a lot of stuff taken apart, and we had some deep conversations. It was a very busy episode, which I think is good, right? If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you guys think. What did you think about the stuff we talked about today? What do you guys think about the builds? Looking super messy, or are they looking good? But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Thanks for hanging out for a while. Until next time.